this is part 28 of our 100% walkthrough for Link to the Past, and in this part, well, obviously we're going to battle the final boss of the game, but before that, we're actually going to go grab a couple of bomb and arrow carrying upgrades that we just didn't get earlier in the game.
And that'd be the Pawn of Happiness, and the reason we didn't get them earlier in the game is because I forgot.
Yep.
I'm just, like, I went there earlier, I don't remember which part it was, like, and I got our upgrades to 35 and 50.
Yep.
I just never got close to run out either the bombs or the arrows, so I just never, like, thought to go back to it, and so...
There's no reason.
But since it's a 100% walkthrough, I'm glad I did remember right before the final boss, so I could get everything in the game.
And there should never be a point in this game where you need... Well, the max is going to be 70 arrows
50
and
bombs.
50 bombs.
Yeah,
So there should never be a point in the game you need that many arrows.
You always say
bombs.
it backwards, like it goes bombs first and then
I
arrows
know.
on the screen, and then you always say arrows, then bombs.
That's what got in my head when I first
50
saw it.
bombs, 70 arrows.
Yeah,
so.
but if you ever need that many, then I don't know what to tell you.
Now, the first question you're probably going to ask yourself is, because I believe we fast-forwarded earlier in the game.
Yeah, I think
you're going to be like, why didn't you fast-forward in this part? The reason I didn't fast-forward through all this is because the video was already it's already short.
Yeah.
It's only 7 minutes long, and so if I would have fast-forwarded, it'd be like a 3 or 4 minute video. I just didn't want to do that. So
there's no point for that.
Sometime to reminisce, I guess, about the game before we take on the final boss.
Now, I am excited that the final boss, and the very beginning of this part had that great visual of the bat crushing through the roof of the pyramid. And I think it's great to know our final boss fight is going to be back there where we first came into the Dark World.
And also, it's like symmetrical, I guess. Is that the right word with the Is that the right word? Hyrule Castle in the Light World. So I kind of like we're going back to that same spot. Just in the Dark World. And really, if we didn't have the final boss there, like that Pyramid of Power would not really serve that much of a purpose.
Yeah, it really wouldn't have.
Other than getting the golden sword and the silver arrows from the Great Fairy. So
but I'm glad that, I mean, because it's a huge part in the middle of the Dark World. So
yes, what's in the center?
Exactly.
So,
so I'm glad we're going back there for the final boss. Plus, I do like the whole, like, the theory that maybe that's the equivalent of, like, the Light Temple from Ocarina of Time. Because, like, we never actually see, like, the Light Temple other than talking to Roru in Ocarina of Time. So I think he even says that we're in the middle of the Golden Realm. And it's cool that that's in the middle of what's now the Dark World. Used to be the Golden Realm.
I'm just kind of mad, like in Zelda games, they never brought back and done anything with it. Like we see a lot of like places come back.
Yeah.
Like, that Pyramid of Power, like it was like a huge part, obviously, in this game because you're in the Dark World for so long and just. I wish they would kind of bring it back. Maybe we'll see in Breath of the Wild, but kind of do something else with it or put more of a story behind it. Where it makes more sense in this game.
Well, the Dark World in general doesn't really pop back up much more. I mean, we get some in Ocarina of Time.
Well, you get variations of it.
That's
you get
true.
like Ocarina of Time. You get the
you get the Dark World. Well, it's the Golden Land then because it hasn't been transformed yet.
Was it the Sacred Realm? Like
or the Sacred Realm?
Yeah, Sacred Realm in Ocarina of Time. I couldn't remember exactly which
one
it
the Golden
was.
Realm, but yeah,
I actually always call it the Dark World.
Yeah.
In Ocarina of Time, I always call it the same thing.
But then, of course, in Twilight Princess, we get like the Twilight Realm.
Yeah,
Between Worlds gives us low rule. So there's similar concepts, but never just the same.
Dark World. And like that was so cool. Like just the word Dark World. I mean, that, like it just had that evil feeling behind it. So
and the place, like you said, it used to be the Sacred Realm where the Triforce is hidden and it just got corrupted by Ganon's evil. So it's just a really cool concept that we almost never revisit. Well, like you said, it takes kind of different forms. Like you said, we see a Twilight Realm, we see a Low Rule, which are very similar to the Dark World.
I don't really have anything else to carry on the waste part. Like to waste time. Like I was sitting there, I was like, okay, we still got to go on some other subject because we're just wasting time right here. Obviously.
Well, one other subject is we've talked about how much the rupees are so irrelevant in this game. We did just throw 500 of them into the pond.
Well, we're still finishing the game though with almost 500 rupees. So like right there, you can tell that they're. I mean, they were more valuable in this game than I think in like a game like Twilight Princess, but you still do end up with a lot of rupees. If you know where all the big ones, like the 300 rupee counts are at. So
now, what's really frustrating to me is you saw us use the bird right there. At the very end of the previous part, we used the darn bird to warp to the top of the pyramid, and it's the only time in the game that we could use the flute and the bird in the Dark World.
Like it would have been so beneficial if we could have used him in the Dark World. Now,
absolutely.
You never really see things like the same between the Light World and the Dark World. Yeah, there's probably instances here and there that I'm not thinking of. But so I kind of like that it was in the light world. But you know what? No, I didn't. He should have been in a dark world. We should have been able to use him to warp to places.
I agree, but
you know, also I want to say one thing before the game fight.
Yep.
I also love how the last part of the game takes place with that sunset and like just the that background image that we always loved.
And then dropping into this room, you've got the Triforce on the ground, the Ganon statue on the wall there.
Yeah.
And I love this fight. I really do. I just wish Ganon would have been bigger.
Agreed. Like he just doesn't look that much bigger than us. Like
no.
He's got sweet cape.
Yeah,
first of all, but like it really, in my opinion, it's always been a great final boss fight because at the time, like it was very tough. Like if you didn't know how to beat him, now you'll see we beat him pretty quickly right here.
We do.
But
having all the upgrades
at that time, like he was hard to figure out because you got to think. In the original Zelda, all we had to do is swing our sword, like in random directions to hit Ganon, and then Zelda 2, we took on Dark Link, where it's like really you could just stay in the corner and swing your sword and beat him. So this is like the first time where you actually had to think a little bit and use like some different strategies.
Plus the variety of attacks he does have to throw at us. He's got like the fire bats. He throws his trident. The way he like teleports around the room can be annoying, and then of course putting out the lights. And having the floor fall. I thought the lights were going to go out there. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Okay, you kind of threw me off right there for a second.
Yeah.
Now, one thing that kind of does think about this fight is like if you actually do fall off the side, you actually have to go down to the you could, go down to like somewhere else in the Pyramid of Power. You actually have to go restart the fight, so you don't want to fall off the edges.
And it's very easy to do because he usually stops very close to the edge, and if he hits you over, then you're in trouble. But I do like how he says, "Now I'm going to fight you in darkness."
Yeah. Now you were saying before we started that like in Garde or whatever he said
on
right
guard.
there. Like you said that means on guard. I really did not know what that meant. So I'm going to take your word for it that means on guard. But if we're wrong, let us know in the comments of the video. So
I do love how like when you light the torches, it freezes him. Or like blinds him and stuns him. I like that touch. And then of course shooting him with the silver arrows is so awesome.
If you are quick, you can hit him with 2 silver arrows. It's actually very difficult to do, but it's something that you can see can really make you defeat him quickly. But anyways, this will go ahead and wrap up part 28 of our 100% walkthrough for Link to the Past.